Hi, I'm Rick Harmon. If you're a real estate agent or a broker dealing with inherited property anywhere in California, there are a few things you need to know, and I want to provide you a few insights in the form of a few videos you can use. No legal advice, nothing really technical, but some basic things you can apply in making your life easier for you and your seller. If there's one thing that drives me nuts right now, it's escrow officers and title officers. Closing escrow can be a bear, in spite of the fact that at the current time of this taping, the real estate market is just absolutely going nuts. So what you'll also find is that people who are on the third string escrow and title areas have gone back into the business and are being called in. However, that they're not in a position to help you. They may be the assistant's assistant. I could joke about this, but the truth is you've got to find some way to walk them through this. And so you need to be in a position to anticipate certain issues on the front end. One of those things is to get a statement of information from your seller, your personal representative, executor, or administrator, and in the name of the record owner, that's the decedent, with their social security information and all that. So the title company can run that. You want to learn that information if there's any problems or any liens that show up, well in advance, because you will need to deal with that. Other things you can do is to help the attorney in their noticing and make sure that they get the certified copy of probate letters and perhaps certified copy of an order or order to sell, or in my case, order to borrow, to you with the purple stamp. That's going to be important because it does take a few days to pull information from the courts, and it's not automatic, and has to be recorded along with any transfer information, for example, as a grant deed. So by getting that information early, anticipating those things, creating your own checklists, and I have a little checklist that I've even used in walking these things through. Hey, I've also made your job a lot easier by providing a probate sale flowchart. It's also available. It's a free download as a PDF. It's one page. You can follow along and see what's necessary and provide this to your escrow officer. Certainly your title officer should be aware of it, but don't necessarily assume that. And you can walk them through this, and very, very simple. You'll know where you are, whether your client has full powers, limited powers, or currently no powers. One of those things, having them do a title search of the general index using the decedent's their social security number to find if there's liens. I want to know if there's tax liens related to their own income taxes early on, federal or state. Also, I want to know if there's other types of title issues, and I want to be able to get ahead of those things. For example, in Alameda County, I think it's in Oakland, is a common place where they'll see trash liens. In other places, you'll see there are water service liens that are very commonly placed. Most of the time, escrows, a smart escrow officer can handle those things pretty quickly, but they don't really get solved in one day. So if you work your timeline backwards, that can be a useful thing to anticipate if you know that they're there. So if you can get that title report, that prelim early, that is really useful. At least if you can get your property profile and review the docs early. I can always spot a unprofessional agent who hasn't examined the docs, hasn't done the homework, and is totally unprepared, and then they're surprised when there's issues and delays in closing escrow. So that's the key to doing it. It's about anticipating the problems, having the resources ahead of the time, and being ready when they're there because you've done the research, you're aware of them, you've taken the action steps, and you're facilitating a smoother, quicker close in escrow. And of course, when escrow closes, you have a faster payday. Hey, this is Rick Harmon from closeprobate.com, and I hope you enjoyed this video. If you find it useful, absolutely subscribe to my YouTube channel. And while you're at it, get my weekly blog, Rick's Rants. And you can find that at rickharmon.com and subscribe. It's free. You'll get it weekly.